It's that time again. Time to go over the latest regarding Kristin Smart's convicted killer, Paul Flores. For those of you wondering why I'm covering a murder, well, it's a local mystery/crime, and Kristin has still never been found. As of 2025, she was killed way back in 1996. I and many other locals are emotionally attached to Kristin and justice for her. I covered the entire case. There is a playlist available on our channel. And this case continues because the convicted killer, Paul, is trying to appeal his conviction. Ain't that special? Finally, after many months, the response to Paul's appeal, he submitted his appeal in fall of 2024, and April 14, 2025, they answered. Right out of the gate, the brief calls the appeal meritless. He was convicted in 2022. The murder conviction included rape or attempted rape. The whole case and details are on the playlist. To summarize, Kristin and Paul were Cal Poly students at the time of her murder. They were both under the influence, walked home from a college party together, and Kristin was never seen again. Paul had a black eye the next day and was lying about its origin. He was sentenced to 25 years to life, and the California Attorney General Office's brief listed the following evidence. Paul had interest in Kristin, and she was not interested in him. He was the last person seen with her. The black eye and the lies. More lies about the party were mentioned. After he killed her, he referred to her as a dick tease and admitted to burying her. The reply to the appeal also mentions trained canines hitting on Paul's dorm room. They mention his dad kept people away from their backyard deck. They touch on the podcast where Paul and his mom, Susan, were running scared. They list the canines that also hit on the property where the family lived, along with ground-penetrating radar. Blood evidence was also found in the hole at Paul's dad's house. Paul's dad admitted to committing a felony at one point. They had the gall to mention Paul's uncharged crimes, where he drugged and raped several women in Southern California. It's complete BS. They have not charged him with these crimes. Here is Paul in 2023 in this picture. Yikes, he looks pretty bad. Paul's appeal was based on the judge violating his 6th and 14th Amendments by repeatedly failing to remove a juror that they felt had lost her ability to remain neutral and abide by her oath. The details regarding Juror 273 is covered in my previous episode. Paul's appeal claims the other rape victims should not have testified. The appeal stated by admitting the irrelevant and extraordinary prejudicial testimony, the trial court abused its discretion and committed reversible error. The appeal accused the judge of improper jury instruction. In my last video on Kristin's case, I give the appeal details. The reply says errors were inconsequential and he was entitled to a fair trial, not a perfect trial. He did receive a fair trial. Prosecution wants the conviction affirmed. Paul's now 48 years old and currently serving his sentence at California State Prison in Corcoran. Comments seem to be going both ways here locally, surprisingly. Geez, this just keeps going on and on and on. I wonder how many brief replies each side gets. This needs to be over once and for all. Screw this scumbag! 1996 to 2025 is far too long. Worst of all, Kristin still has not been found, and Paul holds a secret as to where she is. We'll have to wait and see what Paul's attorney does next. I'll keep you posted. Paul has till May 5th, 2025 to send his next reply. Hashtag Justice for Kristin Smart.